Good evening, morning, afternoon, freaks and geeks. My name is Railuge. It's been a while since I've done a review on a movie. And I said this last time too. Um, but last year I did a Halloween, or a couple years ago, I did a Halloween movie. And this year I am doing a Christmas movie. Today, as you can tell from the title, we're doing the Homeless for the Holidays. This was this was reviewed by Peanut Butter Gamer, and he did a very small review for it. So I figured it's like, I don't know, maybe this movie deserves a deeper, more in-depth look at it. So, was it really worth watching? Let's see. Now, the story seems to be like a riches to rags type of thing, and I kind of like those stories. So, first thing that I noticed going into this, the production of this film seems kind of like Birdemic. Like the acting seems to be like one take.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Can you help the needy just a little?
Yeah, here, let me give you something. Quarter. I might need that one.
Bless your generosity. You know, they say if you just give a little, a great deal can be accomplished. May your life be forever changed from this day forward.
The audio isn't like really balanced well. Some scenes you can there's like a little bit of like a hum or a buzz. Other scenes the sound quality seems low. And other scenes it seems like a polished piece of work. This seems to be a cliche, the father's too into his work to pay attention to his family type of deal. And, of course, the wife is having problems. Oh, you shouldn't spend more time with us than your job.
Oh, there she is.
I'll get it. No cell phone.
It's an important call.
That's what you always say. But you know how Mom gets when it rings on the weekends.
Yeah. Oh, you aren't kidding. Moves and breeze, I gotta support it. Baker. Mr. Ferguson, hi. Oh, no, I left it on my desk. Hey, is there any way I can get that to you early Monday morning? You need it right now?
You've gotta be kidding me.
No, not a problem. Be there in 15 minutes.
She acts like he doesn't spend time with the family when, quite obviously, he does. So, he's replacing spending time with the family, with making money for the family. Apparently, the trouble starts when Jack, donates some pocket change to a charity Santa, and then complains that, the government and the homeless is trying to take his money. I kind of hate this trope. You earn money in order to spend it. With holding on to money, that does nothing for you. But as we can see, he does actually spend his money on really nice stuff. But you gotta pay your dues, right? The Santa says some kind of magic hoojoo boojoo. And the story starts to take a snowball. Alright, so here we have the typical, sales are good scene. Yay! Ha! Yeah, we all know how this will end.
What do you want?
It's me, Wesley, sir.
I'm Jacko's co-marketing executive. And if I could have just a few moments of your time, I'd love to show you some new concepts for the Beautiful Blue line that I think will rock your world.
We already have product designed for Beautiful Blue. It's been on the shelf for 2 years now.
Yes, and no offense to the amateur who designed them, but I think with a few minor enhancements, we could take our look to the next level.
When did we hire a co-marketing executive? I didn't authorize this.
We didn't. He's my assistant. I hired him 3 weeks ago. He's just a little ambitious.
There are 2 hard, solid facts you need to know about me, you little worm. I never forget a face. And I don't take kindly to people lying to me. You just dug yourself a pit, and I don't expect you'll ever crawl out of it. Great work today, Baker. You, get an iron.
I overslept.
Pace yourself, Wessie. You don't just throw designs at Mr. Ferguson in the hallway. There's a time and a place for that, and it's not here.
Jack kinda has a point. I mean, Leslie is new, and he just bombards the boss in the hallway with an idea. So, I really don't get why there's animosity here. And why would he refer to his higher-ups as an amateur? That really does not make sense to me. That's just a good way to just insult your bosses. So it turns out that there's a typo in their recent product. It says,
Do now inhale fumes.
instead of do not inhale fumes. And, you know, this movie isn't over-exaggerating it. I've heard real dumb idiots, like, following the instructions to the T, even if there's, like, typos. So, this makes sense. The company tells Jack that he has to take the fall for it. And personally, I would be paying Jack under the table. There wouldn't be any, like, paper trail. So it's like all like the legal stuff, like taxes and whatnot, wouldn't count. But he would still be getting his, pretty much his pay. Well, he now has some time to spend with his family.
Sweetie?
Why isn't he calling?
It's 3 p.m. Are you going to be getting out of bed today?
No.
I see.
Never mind. He's just going to lay around and mope and be lazy. This part bugs me. So, I would have liked to have seen a little bit of a montage of him spending time with his family. But then the bills are building up, and they're just, like, putting it aside. It's like, oh, well, I'll pay them when I get my job back. But no, it's just drawn out lazy montage. And I mean, like, montage being lazy.
I don't think I can use you.
Are you kidding me right now?
So him trying to get a job and being denied is very realistic. The employers knows what happened with him because everybody knows. It's all over the news. So he would tarnish their name, and they're trying to have a business. So it's all fair that they're turning him down, because they gotta choose the right person. Just one person. Since Jack's having a hard time finding a job, maybe the wife can go out and get a...
Maybe I could go back to work for a while.
Cheryl, you haven't taught in over 10 years. I mean, by the time you renew your teaching certificate, I'll be back to work.
Oh. Oh, okay, so apparently she had a teacher job, and from not personal experience, but experience that may have been told by teachers, it does take a while to go through college to get your teaching degree, and every year you have to go back and learn some more. So, especially with this generation of learning, she wouldn't just be able to go right into the teaching job, but she could at least get like a low-level job, like a clerk or something. That doesn't require like 4 years of college. So then we see the new guy struggling to like sell an idea to the company, and even though we see him later on being totally capable, this character is so 2D it skips the 3 part. So Jack's old job finds out that their competition wants to hire Jack because they learn he's out on the market. So they don't want that to happen. So what do? Not hire him back. I mean, that would be the simple solution.
Not gonna get a good job now.
We don't need a good job, Jack. We need an income.
Keep it down a few notches, Cheryl. Come on. I mean, I have had a long day.
And no money to show for it. So what good is it? You might as well have been here. Help me with the kids. At least you'd accomplish something.
Oh my god! Lady, do you want him to be home or do you want him to go and find a job? You can't have both. It's like she wants to have her cake and eat it too. And then eat it again. Money on the table or time with the family. Sometimes it has to give. This movie has its moments. There's a couple times where I actually felt emotion.
Is that what you want to hear? That I'm worried? Fine. I'm worried. I'm worried that this secure life I've worked 15 years to build for us is so fragile that a few bad months could actually wipe it out. I'm worried that every time I get rejected by a minimum wage job, just maybe, I'm not as valuable as I thought I was. I'm worried. If Mr. Ferguson doesn't keep his word and doesn't call me back, that I'm not going to be able to provide the kind of life that I want to for the woman and children that I love. Most of all, I am worried, Cheryl, because for once in my life, I've got a problem, and it's not within my power to fix it.
And like I was feeling bad for this family because they're having a rough time. And sometimes it's just, or at least most of the time, it's just boring.
All right, your total comes to $141.90.
Okay. You know what? We don't need all of this, so this can go. This one really.
Jack was able to sell himself to a fast food restaurant just to be underappreciated. It's almost like they flipped the male and female roles in the jobs site, where it's like the guy was focused on the women and letting them do whatever, even play on their phones.
Hello?
But Jack had to man the Jack had to man the cash register while wearing a penguin suit for less pay than the girls. Is there supposed to be a message here? Wesley shows up and just trolls Jack for some reason. And
Mr. Big Time Corporate Executive has to wear a beak in order to feed the family. Oops, I think I feel a tear coming on. Yep, there's moisture. But wait, no, it's a tear of joy because it appears there's justice in the world after all.
he's acting like karma's biting Jack back. But we've literally only seen them interact once. And Jack was actually giving him advice. It wasn't exactly great advice, but it was advice. I haven't seen Jack be a real asshole in this movie. Except for just laying around. I kind of like Jack.
Hey, Jack, what time does the game start?
8 minutes ago. Wonderful deal, Cheryl, as usual.
Okay. What's wrong?
What's up with your TV, Baker? The game's in play.
I'm not sure.
Oh, your cable isn't out, is it?
I hope not. I was working earlier today.
I'm sorry, but cable doesn't work that way. It doesn't control the TV, it just controls what you see on the TV. So, Liza comes up with an idea to go and get food stamps. And there are services out there to help people get back on their feet, like food stamps and unemployment. However,
unfortunately, there's a small problem with your account. I tried calling you several times, but no one answered the phone.
Yeah, we don't seem to do that these days. You said there's a problem?
Yes. It says here that you own 2 vehicles.
Actually, we only have one. My husband's was repossessed the other day.
I see. And I presume that the minivan is not your husband's car?
No, that's mine.
Then I'm afraid the problem still exists. It shows here that the van is completely paid off, making it an asset that you fully own.
Yeah, that's actually something they can't take from us.
The issue is, if you own over $1,000 worth of assets, then you don't qualify for assistance through this office. Now, if you wanted to sell the van and put the money towards your debt, then we could reevaluate your case after that point.
Sell the minivan? But how would my husband get to work?
it's like how my father had said. It's like these programs don't want you to better yourself. When bettering yourself would not only ease the pressure of helping other people with the government money, but also they would earn some money back. So, I can see where she's coming from. But goddamn, this movie has neckbeards and Karens. And they're kind of like focused on them.
You love your job. You love your job. Stay on this side of the desk.
Wesley convinces Jack not to get the job offer from their competitor because the company would like to hire Jack back. But this next part just is really so confusing.
What do you think of this new revision there, JJ?
Jack Baker, nice to see you.
I am hungry for this. Look, I'll work from home for now. If you need more time to clear my name with the media, but I'm ready to go.
I'd love to help you out, son, but we can't start issuing you checks until the public forgets why they hate you.
My power at the house got shut off last night. Our only source of heat is our gas fireplace, and that could go any day. I don't have a cell phone cable, no internet. And Christmas is on Sunday. My kids still don't have presents. I need that money. I'm completely dedicated to Smith Anderson.
What about Purees?
I told them to find someone else. I'm not willing to relocate my family.
Well, you are dedicated.
Yes, sir, I am.
Among other things. Well, like I said, Jack, we really can't risk bringing you back right now. After we fired you, the class action lawsuit was dropped, and we're building a whole new public image. Things are going quite well for us. In fact, the way profits have risen since your departure, I don't foresee ever needing you again. Turns out that Wesley here is a pretty sharp marketing guru. Must have been from following you around all that time. I'm sorry, son. The damage is irreparable. I know it wasn't you, but the public thinks it was. If we ever change that, we put the company at risk. If you hurry, maybe you can get your Penguin job back.
You were never gonna hire me back. All this time, you've just been leading me on.
My goodness, he's just now getting it.
There are a lot of typos on this proof.
Right. I'm not the best speller in the world, but...
It has been brought to my attention that some last-minute changes were made to this art before it went to print. What can you tell me about that?
Okay, so Jack turns down the other company. Goes back to the office, be like, hey, I have an idea. I want to still work for you guys. You just don't announce that I'm back. And they point out that it's like, hey, Jack, our sales are better without you, so apparently we don't need you. So goodbye. Don't go to the other company. And then he turns right around and be like, oh, Wesley, I noticed that there's been some typos. And that one of the typos is probably what caused people to now inhale fumes. And so he fires Wesley? But not hire Jack back. What? I mean, if you could make sense of that, please let me know. And Jack could just call the competition back, be like, hey, I'm about to lose my house. I don't want to, like, lose my ties in the city, but I have nowhere else to go. I'll work for you if you guys are able to pay for my moving. But no, he just doesn't. So they're about to lose their house and they have $40 left. So they decide to go out to have one last, like, hot meal. On the way, they see a homeless guy. So the family decides that this homeless guy probably needs the $40 a lot more than they do. And later on, Karma repays him back with $400 just out of the blue. And so they lose their house and they go to the best looking homeless shelter I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, it's like I've heard about like homeless shelters where people have to sleep in like sleeping bags and people actually get stabbed for snoring. And this place looks like they're camping. And so the competing company comes and hires Jack anyway. Now, the movie ends with showing Jack doing good deeds for people he doesn't know. And I kind of like how this movie turned out. But do you remember when I said that the production was almost Birdemic-like? It's the same with the message they're trying to portray here. It's like, oh, like, capitalism is flawed. There's a lot of people out there that need help, but no one wants to give. They've had some things about the government, but at least it wasn't beating your head repeatedly with a clothes hanger. This actually was decent with its message, and I love it. It's just, this movie is just way too boring. I mean, like, the beginning and the end were good. They were well done. They were written well, and the message was there. But in the middle, they fell into trying to fill the movie to fit the 1 hour and 30-minute mark. I wish movies would stop doing that. I feel like they have to take like a 30-minute like content and spread it over like an hour and a half to 3 hours. It's just let the time be short. Less is more. This movie would have been great if it was just 40 minutes, maybe even 50 minutes. Just get like the struggle in there. Make that the focus and make that real. Because, to be honest, I just spent half the movie wishing it would be over. And yes, I know. A lot of the storytelling, it's all about the journey, but kind of fails when that journey is dull. Will I recommend this movie? Actually, yes. I left out a good portion of the movie on purpose. It is current from the date of recording this. It is up on Tubi for free. So if you want to see the whole movie and judge for yourself, go for it. I want to say it's a good movie. I really, really do. But a part of me just chokes and be like, it's not that good. It's not bad. I am going to start doing a list of the movies I reviewed in order from the best to the worst. Where would I put this one? Let's see. At the moment, it is on the bottom of my list. Because with Scary Grandmother, that was actually still entertaining for the kids to watch. This movie, though, they got bored and was complaining about the boredom while watching the movie. So, take it out is, will it stay on the bottom forever? I doubt it. There's a lot worse out there. But at least I enjoyed part of it. So that's my review for Homeless for the Holidays. Let me know what you think. Also, if you watch the movie, let me know what you think of the movie as a whole. Sorry for my junk laying around. I'm still trying to get like a office going, but that's hard to do when you're near homeless for the holidays. No, I'm kidding. But I'm still broke. Please subscribe and share this with your friends so they can subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers. And until next time, I know this is a little late, but have a very Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa.
Well, I'm glad that's finally over.